Hey everyone, time for Take Action Challenge number 26. And this one is about the acceptance paradox, sometimes called the fighting paradox. In Dr. Richard's series, which I did, it was called the fighting paradox, or he called it the fighting paradox, but it's also commonly known as the acceptance paradox. And this one kind of talks about accepting anxiety, and how fighting against it, battling against it, struggling against it, and trying to beat yourself up or push yourself through anxiety just comes back to bite you. It's talking about that which you resist persists. So if you try to resist the anxiety, you try to fight against it, you try to struggle, you try to battle, the anxiety just comes back at you harder. I think it is exemplified by something they have in ACT, in acceptance and commitment therapy, called drop the rope. So envision you are having a tug of war with the anxiety monster, and there's a pit, and you're trying to you're trying to win and cause the monster to go away, to fall into the pit, and you win in the battle of anxiety. You've been doing this for perhaps days, months, years, and it has been working. The monster just keeps pulling you towards the pit, and you're pulling him, but no one ever wins. It's just a constant battle, it's a constant struggle. What if you let go the rope? Now, if you let go the rope and took the monster along with you, yes, the monster would still be there, but now you can take the monster and you can still move towards your goal. So if you go to a party, you can take the monster with you. You're not struggling or battling, you're just living according to your values, living towards your goals. And if the anxiety monster happens to be with you, there with you, so what? It's no big deal. He's there. So that is kind of the way we're thinking, not fighting, battling, or struggling. And also to use and but. So for our party example, I'm going to a party and I'm going to be anxious. We'll rephrase that. So before we might have said, I'm going to a party, but I'm going to be anxious. So now that is, I'm going to a party, I'm fighting, I'm going to be anxious. The anxiety monster's coming. Maybe I shouldn't go. But now we reframe that and say, I'm going to a party and I'm going to be anxious. So the fact that you're going to be anxious is not the end of the world. You are still going to the party. You're going to be anxious, but you value this party. This party means something to you. So you're going to go and take your anxiety monster along to the party with you. The challenge also kind of gets you to move towards your values. So rather than focus your energy on not being anxious or insecurity, you focus on what you value. So you might value helping others, you might value volunteering. So you take your anxiety with you and you move towards your goals, your objectives, your dreams, your values, with or without the anxiety. And it's funny, when you don't resist that anxiety, when you take it along with you, it will diminish over time. So what else do we say about this? So our action step for this challenge is to try to say yes to anxiety. Try to say yes to that monster. Drop that rope and just do the things that you value, and just see if you can take anxiety along for the ride. Also, of course, to take action in spite of that anxiety, and have a little more acceptance. So try, instead of beating yourself up, to try to accept yourself, a little more. Sometimes I have reluctance to do these videos. The anxiety is here. I'm feeling I'm going to say something stupid. I'm not going to do this right. I should do this. I should do that. I shouldn't do this. So I will do this video and enjoy it even if the anxiety monster comes along for the ride. So that is the challenge. Try to say yes to anxiety, clarify your goals and values, move towards them despite your anxiety, and try to be a little more accepting of yourself. Please give me some feedback and we will talk to you on the next challenge, Take Action Challenge number 27. Enjoy the acceptance. Don't fight. Don't struggle. Don't beat yourself up. Get out there and live your life.